boys and girls, and welcome to my preview and predicted lineup for today's game against Leicester at the Emirates. So, yeah, preview's a little bit later than normal. Been very, very busy this week, but we are playing Leicester late this evening. It's a bit of a strange kickoff time, given the fact it's a Sunday, but I don't think anything strange anymore, given what's going on in the world. And I think that with fans not allowed in the stadium at the moment, it's giving TV companies and the Premier League the opportunity to play matches at times they normally would not put matches on. I don't think we would be playing Leicester at home on a Sunday after 7 p.m. if fans were allowed inside the stadium. It wouldn't be fair on the home fans, and it certainly wouldn't be fair on the Leicester fans that have to travel. But it is what it is. Now, this is one of those games which is kind of hard to predict in some respects. A few weeks ago, Leicester looked absolutely brilliant. Started the Premier League season superbly, and they had a fantastic result away to Manchester City. 5-2 winners. And they completely and utterly tore Manchester City apart. Jamie Vardy with a hat-trick. And at that time, you were looking and thinking, well, this is going to be a really difficult game, you know, when Leicester comes around, because they're on fire at the minute. And then they have 2 home games back-to-back in the Premier League. And they lose 3-0 against West Ham. And then they lose 1-0 to Aston Villa. Now, they played in the Europa League on Thursday at home as well. And they got a 3-0 win. But we won't take too much of that into consideration given the team and everything else. But their last 2 Premier League games, 2 defeats. That's not great for them. And Brendan Rodgers will want to get them back to winning ways. Our record at the Emirates against Leicester is normally very good. Last season, it finished 1-1. But it was one of those games where I don't actually know how it finished 1-1. The first half performance in particular, we were absolutely immense. And the game should have been dead and buried. And then Eddie Nketiah got sent off. A VAR decision. And Leicester completely dominated that second half, especially the final 20 minutes. Got the equaliser. Dubious, you know, in that as well. In terms of it being offside or not. There was also an incident in that game involving Jamie Vardy and the kick in the face of Mustafi. So yeah, it was a very entertaining game, but the result, it wasn't what we wanted at that time. But the performance was definitely encouraging. Going into this one, we really need to start kicking on, and we really need to start seeing some form of identity for the team in terms of how we're going to start opening, you know, the sides up and play that attacking, expansive football. Mikel Arteta has now, in my opinion, laid the foundations. He's built the base in terms of the defence. Second best defence in the Premier League at the moment. We've lost 2 games already this season, but they were at Anfield and they were also at the Etihad. And we've got a chance of, you know, making some ground in that table and, you know, getting in those top 4 places at the moment. And when you're looking at results over the course of the weekend as well, I know that Liverpool won, but we're not really looking at Liverpool as a marker. We don't think that we're going to be on their level over the course of the season. They're going to be challenging for the title, whereas we're challenging to try and get in the top 4. Chelsea and Manchester United drew. So it's a big opportunity. And given the fact that we've got a run of games coming up, which are not easy. Manchester United away next. So it's a chance to make home advantage count. And it's a chance to, you know, get 3 points. And it will be a big lift all round. But team selection, like I said, is very, very important. I do think we may well change the formation today. Leicester have got some injuries, some big players missing. Sionchu is one of them in particular. Massive miss for them in centre defence. Jamie Vardy's going to have a late test, but I've already got it in my head that he's going to be playing. There's no way Jamie Vardy's going to be missing this game. Absolutely no chance. So we're going to have to deal with him. But yeah, it's a big opportunity, like I was saying. And team formation and lineup is going to be key. And this is what I would go with. Now, the formation, I would revert to a 4-3-3 formation. Obviously, it changes in and out of possession, but predominantly it's a 4-3-3. And I think that we can utilise our better players and create a lot of problems. And this is what I will go with. Starting off in goal, Leno. I know a few people will criticise his performance the other day, but get behind our man. He is our goalkeeper. He is our number one goalkeeper. And ironically, after I last spoke about this and had a bit of a moan with all these comparisons, Emi Martinez concedes 3 against Leeds United, and there was a big mistake in there from him as well. So it shows all goalkeepers make errors. Stop talking about a goalkeeper that is no longer ours. Worry about the one that is ours and back him. End of story. Now, the back four. First of all, on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. I think his performances of late have been a lot better. He's improving. His fitness is getting better. Made a cameo appearance off the bench in the Europa League and got an assist in there as well and done really, really well. So no problems with this one whatsoever. In the centre of defence, first of all, David Luiz. And I know people will sit there and say Luiz in a 4, but he played in a 4 at PSG before with Silva. And he was actually really good. So although there is this big conception that he plays really well in the 3, which he does, he can actually play in a 4. And he just has to be, disciplined. I felt he had a really good performance against Manchester City last week. And no doubts, no problem. And I'm going to go with David Luiz. Alongside him, Gabriel. Do I need to say any more? He has been an absolute machine since he's came into the side. Colossus. And what a bargain he's looking. And today, if he does come up against Jamie Vardy, he's going to be really, really tested. So no problems at all. And that's Gabriel. Now, on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney. And in the left-back position, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Had a break in Europa League action in midweek. So no problems at all. Kieran Tierney. Now, with the 3 that sit in front. First of all, Thomas Partey. Do I really need to say why? Really? Doesn't matter that he played on Thursday. He's fit. He's ready. He plays in this game. Thomas Partey has to start. End of story. He will literally lift everybody around him. He's that good. He's immense. Play him. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. Next up, we have Granit Xhaka. And I think that Thomas Partey could be very, very beneficial to Granit Xhaka. No problems with him starting, and that's what I would go with. Next in that 3, I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos. And again, a player that I feel can benefit from Thomas Partey big time. He can be more of the creative spark, where Thomas Partey can be more of the defensive and box-to-box. And it works so well. I think this 3 could be really, really good. So that's what I'm going to go with, and that's Dani Ceballos. Now, the attacking 3, first of all, on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Nicola Pepe. And I feel that although his performance was not that great in the Europa League, he got an assist, brilliant cross for David Luiz. But in this formation, I feel that you will really start to see the benefits of Nicola Pepe. And that's what I'm going to go with. I will have him there. Run at Leicester's backline. They're missing players. They're going to be fragile. So I would look to exploit that. And I'm going to go with Nicola Pepe. On the left of that 3, I'm going to go with Saka. And I think that he's been a shining light over the last few weeks. He's been really good. And he's grabbing games by the scruff of the neck. And given the fact he's only 18 years old, it's unbelievable what he's doing. So no problems, and that's what I will go with. Now in the middle of that three, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and gets the license to roam out to the left centrally. That's what the attacking three can do. There's a lot of interchanging, and I feel that that will be a very, very strong three. And Aubameyang playing centrally can get the chances. And like I was saying, Leicester are, you know, in the middle of some injuries. So we've got a big opportunity to maybe exploit them. And Aubameyang gets back on the score sheet in the Europa League on Thursday. So hopefully that's the goal he needed to kickstart himself again. First goal back since he's signed his new contract. That will be the weight lifted off his shoulders because everyone's been talking about it. But now we kick on and we move. So there we go. That is it for my preview and my predicted lineup. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about that lineup and that formation. 4-3-3. I think that is very solid, very attacking, and it can really open Leicester up. And I think going forward, this is what we should and could well go with. So let me know, of course, if you don't agree and what you would change, formation, players, etc. And I'll have a look out for the comments and interact with some of you throughout the course of the day. Now tonight I will be on AFTV for the live watch along. Tomorrow there will be a player ratings as well as the usual DTs daily. So until then, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of it.